I just have a love for the small town atmosphere. Came from a small town. My hometown had less than 100 people in it.
Ridgeway is 30 miles north of the nearest paved road. The country out here is wide open.
Woodapetlock, this is a small community around here, but it's just absolutely beautiful. The people are friendly. You just couldn't ask for anything better.
The smaller community is a lot more family-oriented.
I love being one-on-one with the people and having close relationships with them.
They genuinely enjoy each other's company.
There's just a bond there that you don't find in bigger communities.
You couldn't ask for better neighbors, better friends, guys to work with, guys to go hang out, go hunting with. But they need the Lord.
There is a misconception out there that we are a Christian nation and therefore everybody has a Bible in their home, everybody has a church on the street corner. That's not the case. There are many, many communities, small communities, that don't have access to the church.
The image we have of the little white church and people attending there every week, but that's really not the reality. The paint's peeled off, there's holes in the roof, cracks in the sidewalk, and weeds growing all over the place, and there's nobody going there anymore because there isn't a preacher.
Every day, churches in these little communities close because there's no one to come out and minister.
There's a huge need there, like you wouldn't believe.
We had a hope address, but we were a church without hope. Our population had dwindled. We were losing many from death.
We studied our options and just decided that we really didn't have much choice but to basically close the church, auction the contents, and demolish the building.
We didn't know any other direction to go, and I think we lost any confidence in ourselves, and certainly not even expecting the Lord to do much here.
Then they heard about village missions. And as they learned that village missions would supply them with a missionary pastor that would seek to reach their community, and not only that, but we would pay salary support so that that missionary could be there and full-time devoted to the ministry, they realized that once again their church on the hill could bring hope to the community of Hope, Kansas.
When we had our 136th anniversary celebration, it was a real celebration. We had 193 people who did fill these pews that day, overflowing. It was a joyful celebration, realizing that we were not closing and that we could continue under the leadership of Village Missions.
The situation in Hope, Kansas is not unique. There are literally thousands of churches closing in North America. We get requests regularly from churches all across this country and Canada, from places like Skykomish, Washington, Venango, Nebraska, Wetmore, Kansas, Mattawamkeag, Maine, Warner, New Hampshire, Stanley, Wisconsin.
If there wasn't a pastor here in this church, the church would have probably closed.
We didn't have enough money. We had a couple of weeks where it was only about $90. You can't pay a pastor when you got $90.
This community, Wetmore, has been praying for 35 years for a full-time pastor.
They really lack in leadership. They have awesome vision, but they need leadership, people who've been trained in that area and have the full time to put into getting them established.
The reason that these churches are closing is because they cannot find leadership or pay for leadership. And Village Missions supplies them with a leader that is called to ministry in rural America and is not using it as a stepping stone, but he's there to minister long time and long term to that community and reach out to that community.
The whole point of the deal is to preach the word and love the people.
Preach the word and love the people.
We love them. We are here for them.
we're completely committed to having relationships with people and then sharing the Word of God with them.
I think that I have the best job in the world. With Village Missions, I'm allowed to be full-time. I'm not allowed to do other work.
I don't have to make money to support my family. I can focus completely on the people.
And we're reaching them one by one in places you don't even find on the maps most often. But God knows where they are, and God knows that they're important. The ministry of Village Missions is much more than simply providing salary support to a missionary so that he can serve. It's about supporting that missionary as he serves. And the major way that we support that missionary is by praying for him.
There's folks that pray every single day for particular village missionaries by name for personal requests. That makes it a whole lot easier to deal with all the weight and all the trust that's been given to us.
In each region of this country and Canada, we have a seasoned veteran village missionary couple who are there to minister to the village missionaries. They visit them regularly and are there to support them.
It's no longer you're on your own. It's not that type of ministry.
I can call at any time. I can say, hey, have you come up against this? Have you seen this? What did you do? What do you think about this?
They trust us. They've put us out here. I've never been a pastor before, but I am a part of the family of Village Missions.
We are a family. We care about each other. The wonderful people in rural communities don't expect much. They simply want a pastor that will come and live in their community, will be there for them when they're hurting, when they're in need, will preach the Word of God to them, and will be part of their lives so that they can find the hope of Jesus Christ.
Village Missions, to me, it has been the best thing that we ever did. But what you have to be concerned about in Village Missions is ministering to people.
I get to invest all of my time into building relationships with people and into building things that last for eternity.
We've learned recently about a lot of investments that don't turn out the way that we've expected them to turn out. There is an investment that will bring eternal rewards, and that's investing in a community, investing in a church. As we provide salary support and send a village missionary to a community, lives begin to change. People come to Christ. Whole families are changed. And what a great investment that is, to give your earthly treasures to something like that that has heavenly reward. Give us a call. Check out our website and be open to what God would have you to do. You might be producing a missionary that will go out somewhere else and reach people for Jesus Christ. You might be producing a pastor. You might have an impact on the Church of North America that you never dreamed you could have because of the significance of the small church and the significance of rural communities in what God is doing.